Place Raiders in a game that featured intense defense. Returning from injury, number 20, Deron Cherry's big hit on Bo Jackson saved a touchdown, forced a turnover. Number 93, Greg Townsend led the Raiders defense that did not allow a touchdown, but Casey had the final word. Number 23, Barry Words, 85 yards, positioned the Chiefs for 3 Nick Lowry field goals and a 9-7 win. The rematch today, the prize to the winner, first place.
NBC Sports presents the National Football League. Today, it's the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Los Angeles Raiders.
Smoggy and near 80 degrees in Los Angeles, California, the historic Coliseum with an expected crowd of over 60,000 to see two teams that have been married since early in the AFL days, 1960. There are the standings in the AFC West. The Raiders with a 1-game lead over Kansas City, a better division record. John Olt, David Zott, a rookie from Penn State. The veteran Mike Webster starts at center with Lutz and Boldinger on the right side. The backfield with DeBerg has Bill Jones, the blocker, Christian Okoye, the NFL rushing leader of a year ago, Page and Thomas, the wideouts, with Hayes at tight end. When they go to their 4 wide, those men leave the lineup. Try to near a good receiver in the backfield with Jones and Burton, 2 young speedsters. Marty Schottenheimer trying to get in more speed against the Raiders. On first down, it's Okoye, and they're waiting for him, a 2-yard gain. Howie Long charging offside. Was he drawn? While we're doing so, here is the black and silver defensive alignment. The Raiders, one of the toughest defenses in the league.
Number 75, defense.
And it is against Howie Long, a 5-yard penalty, and many feel this front four is as good as any. 3 sons there at linebacker, Robinson, Ellison, and Benson. McDaniel and Washington at the corners, Harden and an injured Anderson at safety. When they go to their dime package, Dorn and Patterson come in to join those other 4 defensive secondary starters.
On that quick explosive movement of the Raider front 4.
Okoye bowling his way after he's hit for 2 yards, but still a yard shy of a first down. Offensive protectors. Marcus Allen will start. We'll see plenty of Bo Jackson, Steve Smith, the blocker, Gall and Fernandez, the wideouts, Ethan Horton, the former Chief, at tight end. When they go to 3 wides, it's Tim Brown in, and Smith goes out. They start in the eye. That means Marcus Allen. And he has 2, maybe 3 into the arms of the leading tackler. Like the Raiders, tough on defense. Smith, Saliamua, Moss, the front 3, Martin Snow, the rookie from Michigan State, Hackett, and Derek Thomas. 15 sacks for Thomas to lead the NFL. Lewis and Ross, Pro Bowlers at the corners. Porter and Cherry at safety.
For the Raiders, because going inside and outside, running that ball, both of these teams are going to have trouble.
Marcus cutting back, and he has an open field on the far sidelines. Could go all the way. And Kevin Ross able to chase him down at the 20. A flag is down, and we may have a penalty against the Raiders. At least Neil Smith thinks so. Jerry Markbright in the white hat, the referee. Raiders
do by formation, by people.
Computer sharp. Oh, down goes Jay Schrader as Saliamua, who grew up in Southern California, attended Arizona State, charging through from his nose tackle position, his 5th sack of the year.
Sitting off the ball, and he comes to the ball, and it looks as though Montoya has him with the spin out. Does it? Beautiful spin out move. And Montoya actually had both arms outside, and Saliamua still got around with that spin move.
It's an interesting matchup between this man, Bob Golick, who played, of course, for Marty Schottenheimer when Schottenheimer was in Cleveland, and he goes for the 18th time against veteran Mike Webster, the 9-time Pro Bowler. And with a 2nd and 7, Okoye protecting the ball, churning for 3. Scott Davis, number 70, the most improved of those Raiders down linemen. He's from Illinois, 280 pounds. He has 8 sacks this year.
Football, and here again, you've got a potential Pro Bowl football player that others wouldn't take.
3rd and 4 underneath it goes, close to a first down. Fred Jones, the rookie from Grambling. That'll be his first catch as a pro, and he comes up limping. Southern Cal fell to the Irish 10-6 last night. 91,000 here at the Coliseum. The throw is complete. A flag is down, however, as Stephon Page has the catch and Eddie Anderson the tackle. Instead of a first down, it's a 3rd and 9. Down to Thomas, and is he drilled? Rob Thomas.
Could you see that coming? Oh, boy.
Mike Harden, and Torn Dorn had him well covered. That's Galt in motion. Allen tripped up at the 29. Marcus Allen, the all-time rusher in Raider history. Steve Smith, the only back behind Schrader, and the big guy from Penn State, hammers his way close to a first down. May have fumbled. A scramble, and the Chiefs say they have it. Was it whistled dead?
Smith is usually back there just to block.
Kansas City recovers at the Raider 38-yard line.
Normally Smith's just blocking. I think tech for Schrader. Breaking through the line. No, he does. Oh, it's lost real early. He lost that at the line of scrimmage.
Ron Cherry didn't get it. It was Dan Saliamua. Oh my, Saliamua now has recovered 5 fumbles this year and 10 in 2 years since he came to the Chiefs from Detroit.
Lined up now, stacked in behind Howie Long.
Draw play to Word. Look at him pick his holes, and he was one man from possibly a touchdown as he's hit at the 27 after a gain of a dozen and a first down. Flag is down, holding Kansas City.
Run, because so much of that run blocking, you have to sustain the block, and often you'll end up with an arm or something on the wrong side.
2nd and 20, and Golick finally charges through and logs his 4th sack of the year. That was a coverage sack. They wanted to go to something quick. No one was open, and DeBerg then went to a secondary receiver, couldn't find one open, and goal
for the Kansas City Chiefs.
From the 4-yard line, it's Marcus Allen scrambling for 2 or 3. Now they overcame the fumble at their own 38. Now it's Bo Jackson, and his first carry gets it to the 11-yard line, where it'll be 3rd down and 3. Derek Thomas, he made the Pro Bowl as a rookie last year after 10 sacks and has 15 and an NFL record this year, made the stops.
Bo Jackson coming into his own, and at this point in his career.
Receiver way out to the far side, and give to Bo running in that direction. He draws a crowd. Bill Moss with Ron Cherry coming up from safety.
Worked.
It's Barry Word breaking tackles. And the 240-pound Word from the University of Virginia has 11.
This game, and he was the difference. And again here, he has a style, and he splits, comes right inside Howie Long, right by Ricky Ellison, and breaks down the field. Look how he puts his pads down and goes. That was 5 yards once contact had been made. Townsend coming through, just a little shot under the chin, just a minute.
On the 25, a first down, Kansas City, no score, early 2nd quarter. Fake to Word. Incomplete. He had Thomas breaking free in the end zone, didn't see him, along with
the win over St. Louis one year. Meanwhile, DeBerg had pulled his own team off.
Barry Word running into traffic. Finally had him stopped, and then the finishing touch from Eddie Anderson coming up from the secondary. A gain of a couple. It'll be 3rd and 3 at the 18. But this is a 35-yard attempt. And it is good. Just did slip it through on that left side. So the most accurate place kicker in NFL history. Nick Lowry is now 4 for 4 this year against the Raiders. Nick Lowry nails the 35-yard field goal for the first score of the game.
The Chiefs have tried 4 plays, special plays for this game, and none of them have worked.
Here comes Jamie Holland with good speed, and finally run out of bounds at the 43-yard line. So the Raiders get a good return as we send it to New York. The kick return, and Jay Schrader off play action, going to look for something big. Nothing there, throws to the sidelines, incomplete.
Just too late. The ball was thrown too late. Jay had protection. He set up. The pattern's going to be.
Smith close to the 50-yard line. And 3. Over the middle and complete to Tim Brown. First down at the Kansas City 32. Kevin Ross made the tackle.
That's the first 3rd and 3 or more.
To Ty Jaeger. Blocked. And that's couldn't return it. It takes a bounce to Lewis. He's got it at the 45 and tackled at the 42 of the Raiders. So blocking again the Chiefs. And when we come back, we'll locate the man who swatted that one back toward the Raider goal line. The Chiefs with another big kick block. And
able and stronger. There's no question about it.
Here's Barry Word trying to get outside, and nothing there. Goes down and is down by Scott Davis for a loss at the 46. Leading 3-0, 8.5 minutes left in the first half. Kansas City with the ball. Word picking his holes and gets a few yards to the 43.
Very, very evident that Chiefs automatically go to this on any third down situation.
Out of the backfield, incomplete, broken up by Thomas Benson. Intended for Todd McNair.
McNair on Benson, single man-to-man, and Benson's technique just staying slightly underneath McNair when he broke out.
Denied Kansas City twice on breaks for the Chiefs. Bo Jackson caught by the tail and twisted down by Kevin Porter. Got him by the caboose.
They're waiting for him. So he was filling a backside gap as a safety.
Schrader over to Jackson. And it's a first down at the 25-yard line. Only the third catch this year by Bo Jackson. We start working him into their passing game. Oh, watch out.
That was the slant we'd seen earlier in which Schrader threw to Mueller in the flat. But now he runs the same slant, breaking to the inside. And Kevin Porter can't stay with him, a defensive back, and that's a good catch. In that open field, the ball coming right at your body is not something you typically do as a running back.
First down for Schrader. Bo Jackson the call. Slips out of one tackle and gets 2 or 3. Derek Thomas downs him.
Situations, come alive and get something done.
Gonna pass on 3rd and 3. Great protection. Wide open is Tim Brown. 40, 30, out of bounds at the 18-17-yard line. 51 yards on the play.
Scoring with those plays.
Here comes Bo. Gets to the corner and is finally wrapped up by Deron Sherry at the 6-yard line. That'll be 1st and goal for the Raiders.
They've got some problems on the field. The one thing the Raiders can't afford now, they had a little altercation down to right this minute. But here's, look at Marcus Allen coming off the wingback position. Ethan Horton making an excellent block. And then it's just Bo's speed just bursting to the outside. Bo just couldn't get back underneath. But Dick, did you see just a minute ago, we didn't get it on our camera, an altercation right at this point on the field.
Delay to Bo. Almost twisted away, and Jeff Donaldson hanging on to that 230 pounds of dynamite, Bo Jackson. Marcus Allen as they set back, and it's Allen driving into the end zone. Touchdown Raiders.
That was a beautiful job. Marcus Allen extended the last 3 yards really just on effort alone and on his skill of getting underneath tackles. Now, Wisniewski and Graves did a fine job of just giving a little grease to him, but he came through that. This is why he'll be a Hall of Fame player. Counter step with a pulling tackle to the outside right, and then he slips right between it. But really, it wasn't Wright's block as a pulling tackle. It was his ability to get underneath it all.
Now 90 yards in 10 plays and the lead as Jaeger tries the point after. 7-3 Los Angeles. 2:03 remaining in the first. And this team feels it's good enough to make it to Tampa this year. Actually, they want to make it next year in January. Jaeger's kick is high but short. And breaking out is Freddie Jones, and caught from behind at the 48-yard line by Elvis Patterson. As a man, Stephon Page, and he's tackled at the 44-yard line.
And we're there almost as it was caught. 2nd
down along 2. Nice catch on the far side by Burden. Down to the 1-minute mark, first half. First down play. Underneath to McNair, wide open, and he's to the 19-yard line.
Oh, that prevent defense.
45 seconds left, first half. Good protection. Into the end zone, has a man. Touchdown, Emil Harry. The former Stanford star who grew up here in Southern California makes the over-the-shoulder catch, and the Chiefs take the lead.
Harry made a beautiful catch on an excellent pattern, and it was his release from the line of scrimmage that really made.
Now And here's the try for point by Lowry. Kansas City down 7-3, less than 2 minutes to go. Drives it right down, 52 yards in 5 plays.
He might get a field goal out of it.
Schrader. What a catch by Ethan Horton. One hands the ball as he was falling down for a gain of 9 or 10 yards. What a catch by Horton.
Call a timeout. Bring down the field and then goal or somebody coming back underneath the other two.
Schrader eludes the rush. And there it is. Galt at the 30, fumbles the ball. Picked up by Kevin Ross, but they called the play dead. They say that Galt was down. The ground created the fumble attempt of the year. Good leg. He's got it. Oh, on the last play of the half, Jeff Jaeger drills a 50-yarder. And this game is tied at 10 at the intermission. Oh, Jay Schrader from his 27-yard line. Bo Jackson to the corner.
Gee.
Draws the entire Chief team. If they ever worked a reverse off that, someone could run for a mile and a half. Bruce Smith all shut out. And they protected Schrader well. He's been sacked only 17 times this year. 3rd down and 9. All kinds of running room. That's a first down and more. And down he goes at the 45-yard line, first down. 17 yards on the play.
Situation, man-to-man coverage all over the field. You'll see Schrader coming up the field and all kinds of room up inside of him.
Boy, did you see that block by Marcus Allen like chopping down a tree?
Chris Martin blitzed and Marcus caught him under the legs and cut him down. Marcus Allen, one of the best pass protectors in football as a running back.
2nd and 10 from the 45, Raider territory. Blitz on, oh, was he hit? And they say no fumble as Percy Snow, the #1 draft pick from Michigan State, like shot out of a gun at Schrader.
Of the game. As a rookie, he thought he'd just come in and play like he did Michigan State, and not so.
3rd down and 20, Schrader fumbles the ball. That's a live ball picked up by Percy Snow. It is, or is it Thomas? It's a Derek Thomas to the 12-yard line. The right man in the right spot. And he goes away limping.
Schrader running, had the ball out in his right hand, loosely holding it. Now he's making a good move here because the pass protection isn't really holding up well. But Thomas hits with, oh, he dropped the ball before Thomas even got there. It was Martin hit him, but the ball was out first.
And Derek Thomas showing some good open field running.
60, Raiders penalty decline, first down, Kansas City.
That's Page, the leading receiver in motion. And the throw underneath goes to Bill Jones. Jones, a good move, touchdown. His 4th of the year on only 11 catches. Bill Jones, the blocking back, delivers again.
There were 2 tackles right there. Jones comes out of the backfield and he gets people to miss him because they, I guess.
Lowry adds the extra point, and the Kansas City Chiefs converting the fumble recovery of Derek Thomas. 11 yards on this play. DeBerg dumps it off to Jones. Jones gets around Harden and around McDaniel, and Kansas City leads 17-10.
Appear inspired for that one.
Schrader down the middle. Caught by Horton, the tight end. Breaking tackles all the way to the 40-yard line. Marcus again. First down at the 28.
That is what Marcus can do so well. He's got Steve Smith in front of him, and they're just breaking the ball off Dan Saliamua. So Saliamua goes one way, and Smith takes the other side of him with Marcus Allen right in behind him. Montoya just turned out his man Smith, and there's a big hole, but it's Marcus, the way he hits that hole, he explodes into it. Again, a blitz.
Chris Martin chasing Schrader. Horton is wide open. First down at the 11-yard line. splits, and it's Allen for a touchdown. On 3rd and 9, Allen outside for the score.
No one there. The Chiefs lined up and blitzed inside to stop the pass, and there just wasn't anything to the outside. And Cooper was in pass coverage on Horton, so he started chasing Horton down the field, and here comes Marcus Allen right behind Cooper. Just one of those plays where the Chiefs had a special defense, and the Raiders called just the right play for it.
Second today, his 89th career touchdown, and it is tied again. Apparently, the Chiefs not only had one less man because they were blitzing, they had only 10 on the field to begin with.
And hit Hayes beautifully.
On 2nd and 1, Okoye gets a hole. And he bulls his way to a first down at the 27-yard line. Eddie Anderson and Lionel Washington from the secondary on the tackle.
David Lutz and Mike Webster did a beautiful job of blocking. That's the first play that Okoye's gotten any chance to stride out. Otherwise, he's been stopped, and his strides have been stopped. He couldn't do anything with it. He couldn't reach over anybody.
The 27. Throws for Stephon Page as he splits the seam and gets out to the 49. Lionel Washington made the tackle. 20. DeBerg throwing and completes it. It is to Page again, much like the play that got them out of their own end, a first down at the 22 of the Raiders.
Well, Harden is supposed to be over there to help on that seam pass under the offensive coordinator. They really are.
A little delay, and it's Barry Word trapped in his backfield, and Mike Harden makes the stop for a yard loss. Word stays in, not McNair. Draw, big hole, but it closes well. What a play. Ellison saved a big game.
Ricky was just zeroed in on Word, and he just came right over and made the stop. No one even attempted to block it. If you want to win a game with one kick, this is the guy to have.
It is just good, and twice today he's just skidded it through on the inside of that upright. So Lowry's toe, or instep as it may well be, gives Kansas City the lead by 3. Schrader and the Raiders begin at the 40. Both Jackson and Allen are in there, and here comes Bo breaking tackles and trying to use his speed to get outside and finally run out of bounds. And a flag goes down as apparently they felt the tackler Ross should have let go of Jackson.
There was just a little extra shove in there. That didn't look that flagrant.
First down and 3 as he had gained 2, and then they added the 5. Marcus Allen gets the first down as he charges to the Kansas City 46. No hint that they're going to return either. Schrader all day, and finally coming up to wrap him up is Dino Hackett, the inside backer who is the leading tackler of this Kansas City team once again this year. And 3rd and 4 more today. He breaks free. And he has the first down and more to the 30-yard line. 16 more yards for Schrader on the scramble. I'm 30. Fumble. And Mike Bell has recovered for Kansas City.
Oh, boy. The ball he just dropped the ball. He didn't. That's the second time that's happened.
Maintain a 3-point lead. 4th quarter at the Coliseum. They start from the 21. Mike Bell recovering the fumble. There goes Howie Long. Is this the 3rd offside on Long, who has been pulled offside 2 previous times on that snap count of Steve DeBerg?
Howie's trying to get inside of Rich Baldinger before Rich can get a step started.
Number 75 defense, 5 yards, first down.
Uh-oh.
And again
it's DeBerg. He's using a sort of a head bob and getting people to move. This time it was Bob Golick.
On with that snap count. Here comes Barry Word, and down he goes after a yard gain. Word. Oh, he Made 2 after he was hit. Looked as if he'd go down at the 46. Got out to the 49, where it'll be 3rd and 1. We'll count up Dennis Mnuchin, our statistician, how many rushes so far today for Kansas City. Well, there it is. 20 times is all. Only 50 yards against a team, the Raiders, that allowed Miami only 14 yards on Monday night. They are tough against the
All the doubts behind him.
It's Word outside, running room. Look at him go at 240 to the 25-yard line. A gain of 25 before Terry McDaniels. Oh, my word. Yards of carry coming into this game.
There they go again.
Offside, Benson. They'll run on a free play. It's Okoye slamming to the 19. That was the last black jersey left. Eddie Anderson in by Okoye was about 8. And it's offside again. Golick across the line of scrimmage.
Dave Adolph must be going out of his mind, the defensive coordinator, because
Eating up the clock. 6:40 remaining fourth quarter. Kansas City leads by 3. Wide open is Jones for another touchdown. Bill Jones, 4 in the last 2 games.
Jones was uncovered, but Hayes was uncovered. Nobody near Hayes. I thought he'd throw to Hayes. He was already in the end zone. Neither of those guys were accounted for. Total breakdown in the coverage.
11 yards on that touchdown, just as they went 11 yards to Jones. 5 touchdown catches out of 12 receptions this year.
Well, they just slip him in the flat.
Lowry's extra point.
They slip him into the flat. He normally blocks. You see his course is like he's going to block. Then he just slips to the outside, and Okoye makes the block. Nobody there, because everybody is geared up to deal with Bill Jones. And meanwhile, he slips right by him in the pass pattern.
He would have the edge on the Raiders on the head-to-head, winning both games of the series. It's Galt picking up about 17 to the 35 before Kevin Ross and Lloyd Burris can stop him.
Galt going to the inside. This is what the Raiders have been able to do with him. Really has never been a very good receiver, breaking back to the inside, and that looks like trouble there.
It appeared that Jay Schrader went down, and we'll say Vince Evans will be coming in. 17 lead. Here's the injury now to Schrader. Let's see what happens. Neil Smith diving in low and pinned Schrader along with his blocker. Appeared to be Wisniewski, falling on Schrader.
Looks like Schrader's leaning on that left leg as he throws right there, and it just twists his knee to the inside. And I'm sure Neil didn't have that in mind, but he sure as heck had Sack in mind. They're not going to be out very long.
Vince Evans, the veteran from Southern California in his 11th year, will be the quarterback. Steve Berline is not active. He's one of the 2 that did not dress today. Evans gets a hand as he comes on. Marcus Allen. To the 47-yard line, a gain of 11. The Berg to Jones twice in the second half, and that's the difference. Evans' first throw complete to Horton, and Ethan Horton all the way to the 18, but a flag is down. A new career as a tight end with the college running back. Here's Marcus. Allen already with 2 touchdowns today, looking for the hat trick. First and goal at the 5 with 4.5 minutes left. And Raiders trail by 10 with 4:23 to go. Marcus Allen. Touchdown, his 3rd of the game.
Well, we talk about people tiring in the 3rd and 4th quarter. That Chief defense just didn't rise to the occasion. They're on their heels. That Raider offensive line is knocking them off the ball, and Allen is hitting that line so hard he's just splitting people. So the fatigue factor at this point in the game allows for people to run. Now the key will be, with 4:19 to go, whether the Raiders can even get the ball back, because they'll suffer the same way.
It's a rookie.
Yeah, they played 1 year together. 50 season for Art Shell.
Jeff Jaeger adds the extra point. It's 27-24.
right here, driving Snow back, but this is the key block. This is Wright blocking Neil Smith, and you'll see Marcus coming just outside of that block. A beautiful job by Steve Wright. He stood up Neil Smith and just turned him in slightly, and we split it.
Now with 4:19 to go, Steve Berg man to the 8th and 9th. Barry Word and the 240-pounder is across the 25-yard line. He came into the game with 512 yards rushing and a 5.9 average.
In these situations.
Well protected over the middle to Thomas. Drilled, but he hangs on to it. What a hit, and Rob Thomas at 171 pounds able to embrace a first down. Head to head. A draw to McNair. He's got the first down. He turns the corner to the 45. And now the Raiders have only one timeout left. Will they spend it here? Clock is running.
McNair on a draw play. He's the key third down, 5, 6, or 7 yards to go. He starts in, and then the pass rush takes people inside. Greg Townsend going for the sack, jumped inside of John Alt, and there was a big hole outside.
And the Raider fans feel there's no way that they can get it back. And Steve DeBerg, the veteran at 36. So many things are going right for him, and this year, I mean, it's as if he were 18 and someone said, you want a dream come true? We're going to let you play in the NFL, and you're going to be quarterback as well. We'll go back to Kansas City, tied for first, but with the edge on the Raiders.
So both clubs down the stretch have just got to get more consistency.
That'll bring up third down, 49 seconds. They have to snap it only one more time. A rough day for first place teams as the Giants lost their first game. The Bears were beaten, humiliated by Minnesota. The 49ers were losing late, and the Raiders in first place about to be defeated. And here's the final snap of the game, and there's no way to stop it now.